Hey everybody, this is Christina, aka Miss Strawberry Bacon, and today I'm going to have a review slash demo of the E.l.f. Complete Coverage Concealer. And this is the concealer from their studio line. It comes in 3 available colors, light, medium, and dark, and I purchased mine in dark. And so let's get started with everything. So when you open the palette up, it comes with 4 colors and a mirror. So I'm going to cover up the mirror. Actually take off. It comes with like a protective piece of plastic, and it comes with 4 colors, like 2 yellow based ones and then 2 kind of like red based colors. And pretty much the idea is you'll always have a concealer no matter if it's winter or summer, because you know we always change 1 to 2 shades depending on what season it is. And let's see, grabbing the bag, this is actually the package it comes in, and pretty much what it promises to do is keep you covered throughout the year, whether it's winter or summer. It can disguise blemishes, dark circles, and uneven skin tone for a flawless look. Well, first of all, I want to say that this, like, for $3, this is a really good concealer. Does it provide complete coverage? I don't really think so, at least not on me. It does a really good job covering my dark circles, but as far as like blemishes and like acne scars, my acne scars are pretty dark, so it does lighten them and make them less noticeable, but it doesn't like completely cover them. I mean, it is buildable and you can layer it all, but it's kind of thick, so I don't really like that feeling on my skin, so I just cover them enough to, you know, just camouflage them. I'm wearing it today, and as you can see, you can still make out my pimples, but these are raised, and like my acne scars. I didn't cover any of these because, I don't know, this part of my face always gets messed up during the day, but I did apply them to my under eyes, and I think it does a really good job. It is like a cream based concealer. I think it's kind of like, trying to think of how to describe like the thickness. If you have like the NYX concealer in the little pot, it's not as thick as that, but it's thicker than like say Hard Candy's concealer. So it's kind of like in between that. So if you have those or seen those or used those before, that can kind of give you an idea on how like thick it is. And again, I want to show you the actual colors. Alright, so I did the swatches. This is like that really kind of color. This is like that dark brown. It has like a little bit of red undertone. This one, I know it's kind of coming up kind of bright, but it's actually a pretty good, pretty much totally matches my skin tone. I usually use the light color, this color, or like a mixture of the 2 of them. And then this one is like the darkest color, and it's not, I don't know, it's not that dark, but it does have like a red undertone, I guess, you know, when you get like darker in the summer. So depending on how dark or light you get, I think this would be a really good palette to have. So I guess I'll talk about like the stain ability. It pretty much promises to like stay all day. I think, I mean, you're still going to be able to see it at the end of the day, but for me, if you don't apply like a powder on top, it is going to crease and it is going to like slide off a lot more than if you did not use a powder. And me, I just use like a regular translucent powder, and I just powder it all over where I put the concealer, and you'll see me do that in the demonstration. But other than that, I think this is a really good product. It has really good color selection. I think anybody could find a color to use, or you could end up mixing some of these colors to find like your perfect concealer shade. So I don't think that will be a problem trying to find a good shade for your skin type. Does it provide complete coverage? Like I said, no, not really. It is going to make your pimples and dark circles less noticeable, and probably if you build it up a little bit, it will provide that complete coverage that I know some people are definitely going to be looking out for. But for $3, I mean, heck yeah, I think it's a really good concealer. It comes in like this nifty, I love the packaging. So it's just, you know, keeps everything nice and together. It has a mirror at the top. It actually comes with like this little brush, which I actually don't use. I just use my fingers. Oh, that reminds me, application. I like to apply this with my fingers. I think it has the best payoff. I think it provides like the best pigmentation. When I use a brush or a sponge, like the sponge, it doesn't, I don't know, it seems like it takes a long time for me to get enough product on the sponge to put on my face to give me the coverage I want. And then using a brush, I mean, it's just kind of, it doesn't stay where I put it pretty much. If I use a sponge or a brush, it just kind of moves all over the place. And with my finger, I put it there and it stays there. And I just kind of pat it in to make sure, you know, it's gonna really adhere to the skin and cover what I want it to cover. The brush moves it around, the sponge, it just takes forever to get some of the product to put on my skin. So for me, I think the best way to apply this is with your fingers, clean fingers preferably. You know, you don't want to break out or get any, you know, nastiness. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. If you have any questions that I didn't go over, definitely leave them down below, and let's get on to the demonstration part of this video. Hey everybody, this is going to be the demonstration portion on how I apply the E.l.f. Complete Coverage Concealer. The one I'm going to use is actually the lightest color here. So, take off the glasses, and just take my finger, make sure it's clean, and then I just pat it on my under eyes. I just take it and pat it in. So that's usually about how much I use. So I'm going to try to cover my dark acne scars. So still taking that same color, I'm gonna pat it on just like the under eyes. That's pretty much all I do. It's not, for me, it doesn't cover everything completely, but I think for the price and what it does cover, I think it's a really good concealer to have. What I do sometimes, this is just focusing on this concealer, but what I do sometimes if I really want things to be covered, I'll actually take a second concealer by Milani, the stick concealer, and I put that over everything, and it just adds, you know, more pigmentation, and it really helps things to be covered. Well, be as covered as I want it to be covered, you know. Right now I'm going to take my number 7 translucent powder and my Face Secrets Deluxe powder brush, and I'm just going to set the concealer in all the 8 areas that I applied it. And for me, if I don't set it, it doesn't stay all day. It starts to crease. It doesn't crease terrible, but it creases to the point where it's like, oh, your concealer is creasing. But the brush, I will kind of slowly swipe it across my face. That was the word. Just to make sure everything's nice and covered. So you're not like taking it like mineral powder and like scrubbing it in, just gently putting it over that concealer. And for my cheek, I actually do pat it a little. just to make sure everything will stay. Just put the rest all over. And that is that. That will conclude my demonstration on the E.l.f. Complete Coverage Concealer. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll be more than happy to answer them. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care and God bless you. Bye!